How many of you during the weekend decide to take one of those 2 days or both of days to stay in the bed and just recharge, watching movies or playing the phone or whatever you want, but be not productive at all after a very long, stressful week? And even though it's just 5 days after the holiday, well, I gonna tell you guys I was drained. So I spent my all day at home in my bed watching Netflix, but for dinner I decided to prepare something for myself. And here we go, my recipe or my take on my risotto with zafferano. I diced one shallot and add it to the very hot pan with 1 teaspoon of olive oil, or probably it's a tablespoon. I'm sorry, I get confused. Probably it's a tablespoon. I add my shallot, then I put in rice, I let it fry for a couple of minutes. Then I add this risotto, and this rice actually, I bought it from Lidl and it's quite good. Had the measuring on the side. I let it toast it for a couple of seconds, actually minutes. Sorry if I get confused most of the time. Then I add a bit of wine, wet wine, to the rice, and I let the alcohol evaporate before and then I gonna add water. So yeah, this is gonna be my process. So let me know how you do the risotto, if you ever eat a risotto at all. I just added this time a bit of water because I was having the fire a bit too high and I realized that too late. So after I stir it, I add my big mug of water. Then you're gonna see in a second. And then I add one broth cube because I don't have fresh broth and I didn't want it to prepare it. So I'm gonna let it melt, and then I'm gonna let it cook slowly for around half an hour. Risotto is something that is so warm and so comforting for me, and especially in a day like this one and it's raining outside and you're tired and you're very low energized and you don't want to do nothing at all. I think this is quite an easy one pot recipe, and you can add any ingredient to this base and make it your own recipe. So yeah, after I melt the cube, I let it simmer and the water are gonna evaporate. So please be aware that you have to stir it time to time. After you reduce it, please try the rice, then it's gonna be soft. I'm gonna add my zafferano, which I have my sister bringing that from Italy, and it's one of my favorite spices. I'm gonna stir it well, make sure that my rice become completely yellow, and then I'm gonna let it cook for a couple of more minutes and make sure that all the water that was before is gonna go away. I'm gonna just buy salt, I'm gonna add garlic, onion, chives, and parsley to my rice, and then I'm gonna taste it. So make sure to taste your food when you cook it, because you need to make sure that there is enough salty, enough spice, enough flavor. I really like flavor food, so I always try and let even my partner try and to let me know what he think about it. After I stir it well, I let it cook for a couple of more minutes, and then I'm gonna add pepper, a bit more salt because he need it, and I turn off the stove, and then I add a lot of parmesan. Please be generous with parmesan, and a little bite of butter, and I'm gonna mantecate the rice because it's gonna make it so fluffy and so glossy and nice, and it's gonna taste so good. So if you ever gonna make it, please let me know what is your thought about risotto if you ever try. And I did this one for 2 people, so this is how I portion it myself and make sure to clean all the pan. And look guys, this time I've been even really good. I managed to don't stick any rice to the bottom of my pans, and here we go. This is my risotto zafferano. I usually do in different version, but hey, enjoy with the nice wine or water, and I was enjoying mine.